Welcome to the game of Spooky I Spy. Type in your name, then click Go to try.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Play I Spy Spooky Mansion Deluxe. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part number 1. And now, this game holds a special place in my heart, because this was before any of the Mystery Case Files games, before even Hidden Expedition Titanic. This was the very first hidden object game I ever played. And just shout out to the developers of this game, because it is honestly amazing that it works fine on Windows 10 when it was made like around 2 decades before Windows 10 came out. So I plan on going through the whole game, and then going through the whole game again, and then going through the whole game again. So buckle up for a fun time. I do still really like this game. Not as much as Mystery Case Files or Hidden Expedition, but it is fun in its own right. And so, I guess just type in MCFPapa. I guess it's not case sensitive. And let's go.
Enter if you dare. You're in for a scare. You've entered the house. Now the fun can begin. Too bad you can't get out the way you came in. There's another way out. Here is a clue. Behind the picture frame is a puzzle for you. This puzzle is a secret message which tells you how to get out of the house. But the pieces aren't here yet. To earn puzzle pieces, you have to go solve the I Spy riddles and play the games that I've hidden in this house. Then, come back here and put your pieces in place.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't know exactly how much actual talking I'll be doing in this Let's Play, because the game does quite a lot of talking for you. You know? But anyway, here's the foyer of the mansion, and, like, I just love, though, the look of it. Like, how there's even, which, it's not a specific hidden object scene, but they have, like, items scattered about decorating. And, by the way, if you haven't, like, read or seen the original I Spy books, they're a real treat. Like, they did a great job with real photographs to make them. And I believe with this, like, this is like a real, like, set they built, a little miniature model they built, and then photographed and digitized for the game. So, really cool. And anyway, I guess for this time I'll go in from left to right around the spooky mansion to get stuff done.
Mystery bins. Watch for the hint and figure out how these objects match. Then, empty the bins by clicking on the matching pairs. Be careful. Here's your hint. Win twice more and I'll have a reward for you. But watch out, the objects match in a different way this time.
Because, though, I'm going around this the way I am, that means that one of the only two stuff they put in to differentiate so it's not just hidden object scenes. I'm doing one of the mini games already, so not really breaking up the pace that well. And yes, this is way below my age level. I do fully acknowledge that.
You want a puzzle piece to put in the frame. Look by the front door where you entered the game. You can keep playing mystery bins to find more matches.
Yeah, there's no point of replaying it for fun, because we'll be coming back to it later anyway. But, like, unlike the Mystery Case Files games, which are more like all ages sort of affairs, the I Spy games definitely kind of skew toward the more younger demographic. But they're still fun.
Here's a riddle for you to solve. Listen to it, then hunt for the items the riddle asks for on this screen. I spy a wishbone, a pine cone, howl, a space for a tooth, a half moon, an owl, a face in the sky, a duck safety pin, a fly, a frog, and a face with a grin.
Yeah, now,
A wishbone.
now, like with these,
A pine cone.
the items just kinda shake a bit usually with a little musical jingle. Or in that case, a really loud howl sound effect. But, like, they don't, like, go away once you collect them.
A space for a tooth.
And so I think that's why, like, the I Spy games didn't really stick out to me as much as Mystery Case Files did, because I just thought it was really cool that, like, the items you collected disappeared, and that.
A half moon.
And, by the way, you don't need to go in order,
A duck safety
but
pin.
I generally like to.
An owl. A face in the sky.
Yeah, and gotta love how there's just a casual, like, really ghostly face in this scene.
A fly. A frog. A face with a grin. Very well done. Here's puzzle piece 2. You still have a lot more riddles to do.
Yeah, and then another thing that's cool is once the riddle is, like, solved, and I never agreed with that calling it an I Spy riddle. Like, it's just a list of objects to find that happen to rhyme, you know? But I do like that, like, the riddle goes away, but you can still, like, look at the scene, like, you know, to just kind of make your own I Spy adventure and find objects in. Because they are really nice and detailed. And, like, as you saw with the teeth here, you can, some of very rare amount of objects actually can be like interacted with and permanently change their appearance, but it's not that common to do it.
I spy 2 matches, a candle flame, a bone, 3 ducks, an F in a frame, a trunk, an eye, a paperclip, a dangling spider, and an old clipper ship.
Oh, yeah.
1 match.
See, here, too, is another thing that permanently changes, is the match burning.
2 matches. A candle
But then,
flame.
like, something you might expect, like the candle flame getting blown out or something, doesn't change.
A bone. 1 duck. 2 ducks. 3 ducks.
And by the way, with this scene, the letters spell out fire. Isn't that clever?
An F in a frame.
Now, I remember when I was a kid, I got so stumped with the trunk, because I saw this car front and center in this scene, so I would like click on it over and over again, expecting that to be the trunk you need to find, but no, and it's not even one of those cars where the trunk's in the front of the car. No, what it actually is referring to is the elephant.
A trunk.
Which makes sense, but to really young me, roughly 3.5, 4 years old, it was very confusing.
An eye. A paperclip. A dangling spider. An old clipper ship. Puzzle piece number 3. You're good at this game. See where it fits in the secret message frame.
Yeah, I could see where it fits, but I'm just gonna hold off till all the pieces are collected. And now, since we're going from left to right, that means technically going upstairs first and then going to the basement. Well, not basement, but cupboard under the stairs. I do, though, really like the sound effects, you know. They did a great job on the sound design for, like, hovering over the scenes. Just sounds really nice. I guess it was a pioneer of ASMR or something.
I spy
don't
a
know.
ladder, a waxy mouse head, a backwards book, a rat eye that's red, a T back in place, a winner's cup, a gyroscope, and a bug crawling up. A ladder. A waxy mouse head.
Now, like, with this, I do like all the books have something that starts with that letter on them. Really cool.
A backwards book. A rat eye that's red.
Oh, this is the first interactive stuff. There's a few things where you gotta click and drag items into their proper locations.
A T back in place. A T back in place.
Oh, and something else interesting is, like, you can re-click on stuff.
A wax
I don't know
mouse
why you
head.
would want to, but it'll play the animation again. But if the original clicking on something required interaction or animation, like the T,
A T
it doesn't
back in
play
place.
the animation.
A backwards
Same with
book.
the backwards book. It's kind of a weird detail.
A winner's cup. A gyroscope. A bug crawling up. You did it again. Here's puzzle piece 4. It goes in the message frame by the front door. I spy a spider, a feather, a bone, a lightning bolt, an old gravestone, a water drop, swamp, 3 nails, a face made of spots, and 2 yellow tails.
But the I Spy PC games, you can tell, were an influence on, like, the Hidden Expedition and Mystery Case Files games. Maybe not, like, a direct, like, copy,
a
but,
spider.
like, the whole hidden object genre. These I Spy games were really the first ones to really do something with it, like make PC games about them, and then of course it was Mystery Case Files that really popularized it.
A bone. A lightning bolt.
But it's just really interesting to see, like, the origins of a game genre and how it evolved over time.
An old gravestone. A water drop. Swamp. 1 nail.
And now in this scene,
2
like,
nails.
even though it's nice, like, it's cool to have, like, a magnifying glass gameplay, and that you really don't need it.
3 nails.
You know, like, it's fairly easy enough to spot where stuff is. Speaking of spots, oh, I guess that's not the face made of spots. Oh yeah, it's over here.
A face made of spots.
Well, that didn't prove my
1 yellow
that
tail.
didn't prove my point very well.
Two yellow tails. My games are tricky. I'm sure you can tell. Here's puzzle piece 5. You're doing quite well.
Yeah. So, I guess you do need the magnifying glass somewhat, but maybe it's also like I'm playing it on a nice 1080p display screen, whereas people who were playing this originally when it came out had to make do with like 800 by 600 CRT. And even though I think this is still running at like 600 by 800, it still looks a lot better just because it's like a much higher quality display. So maybe that's part of it too.
Creepy collections. The objects you see on these shelves have something in common. Know what it is? Fill the empty shelves by clicking on the objects that belong in this collection. Ready, set, go!
Now this is more of a test of reaction time than anything else.
Nice collection. Make 2 more collections, and I'll have a reward for you.
Like, it's not hard to figure out what items belong in what collection. You know? And a lot of times it's more RNG than anything. Like, see, I'm just waiting for a hand. Finally. They do speed up. And I should have gotten the skeletal hands. Oh. Now I could have sworn that getting a item wrong made one of them disappear that you already collected. Maybe that's only on the higher difficulties.
You finished yet another one. Keep solving them all until you are done. You can keep playing to make more creepy collections.
No thanks. Alright. Well, anyway, that's a good enough stopping point, I'd say, for this part. So, like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time when we go on and probably finish the first round of the game. It's not that long of a game, so I'll see you then.